around this table deal with a lot of thorny issues these days, is that one, while we climb out of the hole, we got to make sure that people come with us, and also that there's a fair and equitable sharing of the costs and revenues and whatnot that come here, and not isolated to the people. And this has been a discussion in this chamber for as long as I have been here, for as long, whether it was when we built the stadiums, who gets the jobs. Is there a fair and equitable sharing of opportunity to get contracts in the minority and MWBE program? Well, we saw what happened there. They had pass-throughs, and that was wrong. Somebody had to cause that to happen, and we're going to have to work on that kind of issue. The other part of that is while somebody gets a tremendous benefit as a developer by large public subsidies, which are going to create jobs and so forth, but where's the sharing of that? Now, this council also passed a living wage bill back in 98. There's one sentence in it, though, that prevents it from happening, and it says this becomes effective when the Allegheny County adopts a living wage bill, and we know that that got sunk in the county. But the bill is still, I mean, not the bill, the ordinance is still on the books, and there's one sentence that would trigger that. Now, that's one way to go about it. And of course, you're going to find tremendous opposition to living wage, and we missed an opportunity then because there was no political will at the county level to do that. So our ordinance is on the books, but it lacks the trigger to go. The other part of this is that when we do planning, and this has been a concern of all, many of the council members before me and the ones present there are ones that are very concerned about where's the beef, how do we share in the economic benefit of all the public subsidy. So from that perspective, we need to work on that policy. If Councilor Krause would like to add to that.
I'll make a brief statement. I'm more interested in hearing from you. I'm sure you want to have your voices heard. I would only like to say that I know firsthand from my mother's affiliation with the Service Workers Union for as many years as I can remember, the struggle that she has had her entire life, trying to keep her health benefits, trying to earn a living wage, trying to raise 3 sons, trying to keep her home, and all of those challenges that all of you face. So you have a very sympathetic person in me, in your plight and in your cause, because, like I said, I've experienced it firsthand. So what I would really like to do, if we could, are we going to hear from them?
Yeah, sure. I'd like to, Mr. Peduto's chief of staff is here. Mr. Gilman had a message from Mr. Peduto, if you could deliver that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I apologize.
On CNN today.
The councilman is actually out in the woods on a pre-planned vacation and couldn't be here, but he has one clear message, and that is, this is what happens when people's rights are taken away. That's what this is. This is what happens. This is what happens when this city sells the people's land for pennies on the dollar. And when this is what happens when your representatives speak up and they're kicked off boards for their behavior. This is about justice and rights. And while he may not be here today, he will be here Monday to hear from all of you. And I look forward to listening and sharing your comments with him.
Councilwoman Harris from the North Side is here as well. Councilwoman Harris, do you have a statement for this group?
I was just back at the office and they come back and they said you were here and you would like to speak to us as council, and that's why I came down right away to hear what you had to say.
Thank you for coming down. You know, we have watched again and again over the last couple of years as what seems to us to be a broken system has been bent even further to meet the wills of rich developers. Whether it was out in East Liberty at the Bakery Square development where we built a hotel in the air fixer now and gave it $10 million. Or on the north side, where members of the stadium authority who spoke out against the developer, but in favor of the community and in favor of working people, were removed from that board by this mayor for speaking out. This administration hasn't listened to people, hasn't used its economic policy to benefit working people and to help our members move forward. And we're coming to you, really, and coming to the mayor, in search of policies that will help us address this overall. So we don't have to have these fights one development at a time, again and again. With the Walnut Capitals and the Continental Real Estates of the world every single time they're coming into our city to build something on our land with our money. We think it would work better for everybody if we had policies in place that ensured that developers coming into this city to create jobs in the service industry with public money, and we're on public money, with any kind of public benefit, have some firm ground rules that say that the jobs that they're creating should be living wage jobs. That people ought to be able to have health insurance and family sustaining income and raise their families in this city, in America's most important city.
It really is a very simple message. It's not difficult to understand. I mean, everybody deserves an opportunity to share in the benefit, especially when it is public subsidized development. Why is it so impossible to just share the wealth? It absolutely is